Over.
Okay. Okay, so I'll just give my perspective in regards to the conversation. Now, where parents are concerned, we ought to respect our parents. I understand that some parents will have a sort of toxic behavioral pattern within living in the home, and they will treat their children with disrespect. And of course, they will abuse them physically. But at the end of the day, we ought to respect our parents because those, the father and the mother, is the ones who give birth to us. Okay? And we
Right.
need to respect them. Also, in addition, toxic relationships and trauma contribute to a lot of hurt individuals in today's society. Today's
That's right.
society, we're talking about this new generation, an era of of young people within the society because they weren't brought up in healthy homes. They were brought up in homes where have trauma and toxic relationship amongst parents. But at the same time, as at the same time, individuals, I can only as an outsider, goddess, is that your name, ma'am? I am picking up I'm picking up some form of hurt, right, from you. It seems like either your father, your mother, they mistreat, ill treat you, and you are carrying this hurt. So I would advise that individuals who were raised in a toxic environment or in an environment where trauma um, was involved, they should seek therapy. Therapy, therapy.
Some
Okay,
kind of help.
to deal
Some kind
with coping mechanism, therapeutic help.
Okay.
That will be my
But
advice because it
coping
Thank you
always
very
good
much.
to
and the
it's
Thank you
always
reality
very
of
much.
it doesn't
okay.
make it not real.
Uh,
Okay, let me give my point of view. It's
Yeah.
always good to to s- to speak about your hurt, express it, talk to someone, a psychologist, about how you feel rather than keeping all this hurt and pain inside and then spewing it
All
by
the time,
saying,
man.
and the guy earlier who was saying about the young lady who carrying this hatred for her dad, we ought to forgive. The Bible speaks about that forgiveness, right? And the young man was right.
So you see
The
what I tell you,
parents are the one.
the
The
both of
parents
them
are the
was
one that
wrong.
give
The
birth.
both of them was wrong. The both of them was wrong. The father was wrong for doing what he doing because he had
Yeah.
responsibility of a father, and
I
she has a
understand.
daughter. Yes, we understand she was
I
vexed for the
understand that the
mistake he made, but
parents are
she still
wrong, and
have to respect him as a
of
father.
course,
Yeah. But
that's the
yeah.
fundamental key. That's the fundamental point.
Yeah.
Listen, think about it. You think I was brought up in a well groomed home? Hell no. I was brought up in a single parent household. But do I walk around? Do I walk around with an attitude? Do I walk around cursing everyone out? No.
I can't be just lashing
You
out all
understand what
over
I'm
the
saying?
guy.
Hell no,
Whatever
hell
values,
no, hell no.
whatever values and morals that our parents taught us, whatever little it may be, we take it and we walk with it, and we try to help others. Okay? We try to be the gatekeeper to others for the young people amongst us. If you have a neighbor and and you see the parents within the household, there is some form of toxicity, you try to be a gatekeeper to that child. You talk to them.
Mhm.
You don't get
Mhm.
involved, but you guide them.
Mhm.
Why can't
Mhm.
we be like that? And if we are experiencing some form of hurt or some form of trauma, therefore we go and seek help. There is help out there. And in Trinidad, people don't like to speak about depression and anxiety. We all go through some form of anxiety and depression. And when help is needed, we ought to go and seek help. So, goddess, you may deny it, you may be in some form of denial, but I am picking up some
Mhm.
form of hurt. I do not know your
Correct.
background, I do not know what you've been through,
Correct.
but
Correct.
my thing is the way that you speak in regards about parents, we ought to respect
Because
them
I speak,
in
let
spite
me
of.
explain to you, right? I speak from a spiritual, energetic standpoint where I see non attachment. And when we get attached to people, like we get attached to parents, right? And parents, there are parents who I'm not speaking from a standpoint of everybody. I'm speaking from a standpoint of some people here and some people there. Not everybody is the same, and not everybody experience in life is the same. So you cannot categorize everybody and everything as the same.
Well,
Well,
when it
while
comes to
while you were
your
speaking earlier,
parents, you
You
don't
will therefore
categorize
hold on. Let
anything.
me
Goddess,
let me
while you were
finish, right?
speaking,
Let it talk,
while
let
you were
it talk, let
speaking
it talk.
earlier, you were not using the word some. It was something like a
I
generalization.
could
You
never
were not
get
speaking
Clyde.
some. When
So
you
Can I
let
just
speak,
me
you have to
finish,
say
right?
some. You have
So
to say
that's
some.
Can I?
everybody is making a generalization of respecting their mother and father. And I said everybody does not come from the same background. I said
Yeah.
everybody's pot is not the same. I said these things
Yeah,
out my
Well,
mouth.
yeah,
see different
yeah.
I
Yeah,
angle.
but
said
you
Yeah,
these
have.
things
real
out
vex
my
that
mouth.
you,
I
you know,
understand
real
that, but
vex
you have
that
to
you,
keep in mind
so
that whether
you
or
just
not
squeeze,
some of
man.
our parents have failed in the area of raising us the right way, we
Yeah,
have to
for
respect
real.
them no
And
matter
then
what.
plenty of them that
Listen
Because
just
to what
that is
I'm
stay in
what the
the
telling
word
you,
of
age,
right?
God
Let
that
me
the
says.
era
explain
that
to
they
you
Honor thy
is that
something.
parents and
If
thy
they
mother
don't
that
start
thy
to
Hold
days
on,
may
let
be
change.
me
All right,
longer.
explain to you
control,
something now.
control,
That is
control.
some religious bullshit. Okay, let me explain to you that religious bullshit of honor thy mother and father and thy days will be longer.
Yeah,
That is
that,
bullshit because there are parents are
mm,
stuck in that colonized mentality. There are parents stuck
I
in
agree.
toxicity.
I
Okay,
agree.
and how can a
100%.
child respect toxicity even though they forgive? They cannot respect toxicity. I am very
Yeah.
sorry, but that is just the truth.
Yeah, and you could never forget either.
I'm not saying respect their ways. I'm saying to respect them as an individual. That's what I'm meaning.
If you have
No,
no
respect is
respect for
mutual.
somebody, there is no way you can give anybody that type of respect. There is no personal way you can. You
Yeah,
cannot give
respect
somebody
is
something that they don't earn.
yeah. I
You know
agree
what?
with you
I
for
stand on
that.
my belief.
All right, all
And
right.
as I said,
Well,
that I wasn't
well.
raised in a well-groomed home.
No arguing, but everybody
If
has a
it is you
second
cannot
from
give,
different
if it is you
background.
cannot give that kind of respect, well, then when you're walking around the place and everybody disrespect you, you should react to them and not hold it in and forget about it, or
Let me
probably
explain
mumble to
something to you.
yourself.
Well
Listen to
said, young
something.
man. That
Listen to
is the point I'm
something.
trying to
No,
make.
no, 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 no. Let me explain something to you. Having love for somebody, right? And respecting yourself to not be in their space of the
Mm,
toxicity they are does
Exactly.
not mean that I have to give them that respect. I give myself the respect to take myself out of toxicity.
Okay, Goddess, I have a question to ask you. Let's use
I
you
have to
as
respect me
within a
first. Hold on. I
scenario.
was given life. I'm going to tell you this. I was given this life, regardless of who are my physical bringers
parents,
into this
who
world. I was
prepare.
given this life. And I
Mm,
cannot give anybody respect that does not respect me.
mm,
And that should go for everybody in this life. And people would start treating people differently.
yeah.
Because if you respect yourself enough to not have people treating you badly,
Mm,
you will never have hurt and pain to treat somebody else badly. People need to start understanding that we live in a psychological world. And the shit people do affects us, and that's how we interact. And we have indoctrinations of if somebody slaps you, turn the next cheek, and bullshit like if their right hand offends you, cut it off.
mm,
So if your right hands offend you, right, and they tell you cut it off in the Bible, how can they tell you turn around and tell you honor thy mother and thy father? But if your mother and father offends you, you need to cut them off. I'm not talking nonsense, okay? I know what I'm talking about because I've lived this shit. You don't have to honor anybody but your damn self
mm.
because that is who
And
God gave you
she
life.
have a main
That is
point
who
there
God gave life to,
Mm.
yourself.
because
You
at
cannot
the end of
honor
the day,
anybody above yourself. And that's
at
what's
the
wrong
end,
with a lot of us out here,
no,
giving
with
honor
what she
and
saying,
power over to somebody else more than yourself.
no, what she and I saying is this.
Yeah, and some of them don't even deserve
At
it.
the end of the day, mommy had to answer for she. Daddy had to answer for he. And I have to answer for me. Because I can't answer for none of my children and them. I
Everybody
can't do
have
that.
a brain of their own.
Thank
But
you.
Clyde, my initial point is this. the parents are toxic. The parents are not good parents. We lock them off. We separate ourselves from them. But say perchance, you remember, we were nurtured under that parent. We came out of the womb of the mother. Right?
Darling.
Okay. What I am
Just
saying is
now.
this, right? We separate ourselves from our parents, and God forbid one of them die. Sometimes we can carry that hurt that we never made peace with them. Some people go through that.
All right. Now
And
listen to
I'm
this.
telling you.
Now listen to this. Wait, is I going to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
It are certain things in life I do take and put in my head, because to me it makes no sense at all. You see, certain things from in the past that we were brought up in, it are certain things I leave ready. Because when I really think about it, if I use it, it makes no sense.
So then, Clyde, if you're saying that, right? Certain things in the past, you want to leave it right there and you want to go forward, right? That way, just say, right?
Yeah.
So then,
Because it's like it.
Well then, as you say, it is a forgiving for your parents because it's under respect and honor. So whatever happened with them, you can forgive them too, because at the end of the day, nobody is perfect, you know.
Right. Now listen to this.
But forgiveness is for you, not for them.
Wait, people,
But it's
wait.
not like
I
you
want
could
all you to
forget.
wait. I want all you to wait and listen to what it is I'm going to tell all you. Forgiveness takes time.
All that too.
We have to remember this. Not too long ago, my own family tried to kill me. My own blood we are living with. Right? It took me years for me to really forgive them from deep down inside of me. It took me years for me to forgive them. And when it comes to a parent, the forgiveness will come. That forgiveness will be longer. Because remember, I just tell people I's an alien. I can handle fucking shit, you know. My boy, they know that. My boy, they know I can handle real fucking shit. Because I just tell people I am an alien. Me, I's an alien.
Okay.
Right? So I would handle things a lot differently to a lot of people. My boy, they know that. You see smiling in the hole? You know. Is my children change me? My kids change me.
You understand what I'm saying? For the love. You hear what you say again, your kids. You say nobody else. You say your wife who you're living in your house with her.
I got that all.
I tell her this thing
But
funny. This thing real funny. If you know what's going on, this thing real funny, Clyde.
But Johnny, I ain't lying. No, we have to understand.
All we here wish is one wish, you know. Love by everybody under love.
Right?
Like all that we wish for people on the whole.
Forgiveness.
Love by
Peace of mind is a serious thing.
right. Peace of mind. All of that fall in one bracket. All of that fall in one bracket. That way we want. That way everybody want here.
We cannot judge
you want to be running and distancing yourself.
We cannot judge her because of how she feels. Remember.
Clyde, change that word. Don't use that J word. Don't use that word. Because